6 practices into the spring so far. Just how do you feel like you and the rest of the defense is getting settled in?
Man, honestly, everything's coming like quicker than I expected. Really, we've been coming together as a team more than I could really say like on the field. Off the field, it's just been like we've been like really clicking. You know, like as a chemistry, having chemistry as a team, just as a unit. And on the field, you know, that gets on the field. You know, coming together as one as a unit, flying to the ball together. I feel like we came together really well with the time that we have. I mean, with the time that we still have going too. I feel like everything's like on the right track. Honestly, I have no complaints at all. I mean, I'm excited for what's to come just from what I'm seeing right now. So, it's been good so far, is what I could say.
There's a lot of you guys from Washington State on the defensive side of the ball. What type of role do you and the rest of that crew kind of have in teaching the newcomers to the scheme and to the program?
Honestly, I don't want to say it's like such a big role because, I mean, that's obviously the coach's job to help, to teach them the schemes that we have in the defense. But as like being a help to them, I feel like we just come in and like when they're confused or if they don't get anything that the coaches is saying, you feel me, or if they just need extra time in the film, that's when we can come in and we have what kind of like helped us get through the scheme, and we were kind of like having trouble with the playbook. But honestly, like with everything's been going, like how they've been adding in everything in bits and pieces to the playbook, it's just everything's really been going good, like it's really been going smooth. Everybody's been really getting in how they've been implying it in the walkthroughs that we have. Walkthroughs are so important that we have. It's just been a really big help for our scheme, honestly. But yeah, past that, I mean, the kids that we have here coming from Washington State it's definitely a big help, like especially in the safety room for me, like just having like my homie X next to me, like he's not coming from Washington State and he's still learning the playbook, but obviously I have a little bit more knowledge than him, so if he has a side question, I got him, instead of having to stop the whole meeting. So just situations like that where coming from the defense I could help, just like the other kids coming from the same scheme they could help as well.
How'd your last season or last season at Washington State? How did that go? Did you miss some time?
Yeah, I missed
a little bit.
Yeah, I missed. I want to say it was 4 games because I broke my thumb. I had surgery on my thumb. I had made a tackle on the kickoff, and then that was just like, man, had to get surgery and all that. But yeah,
was that in the middle?
Yeah, it was in the middle. We played Oregon State, so yeah, it was kind of like right like in the middle of the season. But before that, it was going well. Like how they had brought up the kids from South Dakota, the 3 seniors, the biggest help ever. Like coming into here, like they were the biggest help. Just learning the defense, learning the scheme. Because I came in right in the summer. I didn't come in the spring. So jumping in like in the summer, going into fall camp, just trying to learn everything, like the playbook and all that, like quick. They were the biggest help I could ever have. So just being behind them and then being able to have some play time behind them as well to be able to get on the field and apply what I know on the field helps so much too as well. So one thing I can say is just like me going to Washington State and then coming like in just to really like be able to learn. So for this year, I could be able to help other kids learn and be able to play that role as a leader too as well. So one thing I could do is give a big shout out to the big 3 safeties that we have.
What makes you a good fit for this style of defense and a good fit enough to want to come here and play it at Iowa State?
I feel like, well, really they recruited me out of junior college from corner. So I feel like I bring it in like being a safety. A lot of safeties, they're not a big open coverage guy, but I feel like playing that safety position or even playing that nickel position, I could be able to do that, be coverage in the open, having that slot. That slot is a dangerous place, when, you're on an island, man. But, being able to fill the run, feel like being able to tackle, that's really big for me, man. Being able to fill the gaps, you got to be able to tackle as a safety. Your name's a safety for a reason, man. But I feel like I really fit the scheme because we don't really run the 3-3-5 like that, but I feel like I really do fit the scheme and just being that safety that can do it all, being that free safety that can play the deep safety or coming down and playing in the box if you need me to, man. So I feel like I'm a jack of all trades. Whatever they need me to do, I'll go out there and do it.
You mentioned getting to Washington State in the summer, and then obviously having the thumb injury that led to you missing a number of games. You were able to earn an opportunity to follow the staff to Iowa State. What do you think it was that you did in the time that you were there that allowed you and afforded you the opportunity to follow them here?
Honestly, I really think it was my consistency. It's like honestly going into the fall camp I got there in the summer. So it's like really like having the time to learn the playbook, and throughout the season that was like my time to learn the playbook 100% as well. And then like once I got it, I was going, like I just feel like that's all I needed just to have the comfortability. And once I got overly comfortable with them, that's when I was ready to rock, and then they had the trust in me that I knew what I was doing. When I know what I'm doing, I'm ready to ride, So I just feel like I said, the consistency that I had there and everything that it came with, and them trusting in my ability and me trusting in them, that's what they wanted to bring me out here, and that was just the biggest blessing ever.